Hello and welcome back. Glad you've all tuned in, and we are here with an update. So this is about Prince Harry getting the Legend of Aviation Award. So this is a cool story. So we have an exclusive here that says John Travolta, Princess Diana's old dance partner, was a big supporter of her son, Prince Harry, getting the Living Legend Award and being inducted into an Aviation Hall of Fame. The Hollywood star was one of the main people pushing for Harry to be honored at Friday's event. People at the Living Legends of Aviation say that Harry wasn't just chosen for his military service, in quotes, but also for his work with the Invictus Games, his mental health advocacy for military personnel, and global charity work. Travolta, who hosts the private gala, has a strong emotional link and connection to Harry because of his friendship with his mom, Princess Diana. But when it was announced that Harry would get the award, some former military personnel and people on social media were upset. The former head of the Royal Navy, Alan West, said the award was, quote, a pathetic publicity stunt. He said, quote, "He is not a living legend of aviation. To suggest he is pathetic. It makes the whole thing seem a bit of a nonsense if they're willing to pick someone like Prince Harry," end quote. Colonel Richard Kemp, a retired officer, stated that Prince Harry was, quote, a brave guy, in quotes, and he had a hazardous role fighting in Afghanistan. Yet he believes there are other pilots who took more risks in Iraq and Afghanistan to save fellow soldiers. Despite these comments, insiders of the award insist they aren't bothered by the negativity. The organization explains, quote, inductees are nominated and selected by current living legends who are then part of the future selection process, end quote. An insider linked to the event said to the Mirror, quote, Prince Harry's honor recognizes so much of his entire life, not just his time flying helicopters and serving in the army. Our award is a celebration of aviators, but also life-changing human beings connected to our world, end quote. The same source said, quote, Harry's name was put forward because of his astonishing commitment to helping those in and out of the military, promoting awareness of triumphs and travails of that life, but he stands tall as a philanthropist. Any suggestion of this as a publicity stunt is a dangerous and offensive suggestion, end quote. Finally, about John's support for Harry, the insider said, quote, of course John was an advocate for Harry and supported his nomination. He has always felt a connection to him, especially because he and Diana enjoyed that moment of pop culture history by dancing at the White House. It was a highlight of his amazing life, and the pair had a bond. It was just a year after Harry was born, and the pair both felt their moment was a fairy tale, in quotes. He continued, quote, John has felt her sons have continued her legacy and drive for charity. So Harry having this platform to celebrate his achievements means so much for him. John and Harry uniting will be another memorable night, end quote. A separate source said that humbled Harry wanted his honor given on the same night as others at the big event at the Beverly Hilton. Quote, obviously, with the nature of his status, the suggestion was for a separate event. Harry insisted he wanted to join aviators and support our event, end quote. So John Travolta remembered dancing with Princess Diana at a dinner in 1985. He shared, quote, at about 10 o'clock at night, Nancy Reagan tapped on my shoulder and said, the princess, her fantasy is to dance with you. Would you dance with her tonight? End quote. And I said, well, of course, how does this work? And she said, well, at about midnight, I'll come and get you, and then I'll lead you over to her, and then you ask her to dance, end quote. Travolta talked about how nervous he was before asking Diana to dance, saying she did her famous bashful dip. When she turned around, she looked up at me and I said, "Would you care to dance with me?" And she said, "Yes." He recalled I took her hand and we danced alone. It was like a fairy tale for 15 minutes, end quote. So that's just another interesting look back. But most of all, I love how this individual has clapped back at the suggestion that honoring Harry was just a publicity stunt or a way to draw attention to their event. Of course, Harry has a long-standing record of being so supportive of the military community. So in active time, serving on the front line, and also what he's done since, it has been well documented, and it has been so impactful to the military community with what he's done with the Invictus Games. So seeing him here getting this honor for what he has done, Prince Harry qualified as an Apache helicopter commander after 3 years of training, which, by the way, is just a feat of excellence. He served as a co-pilot gunner, sharing flying duties and taking control of the weapons of the two-man Apache. What an honor it has been for Harry. He's spoken about that time and time again, that he was honored to serve in the military. And as they've mentioned, he has had that extensive military career, serving 2 tours in Afghanistan. And as I mentioned before, during the second time he flew an Apache attack helicopter. And on that second tour, he was still in harm's way at the controls of the helicopter, firing on enemy positions, and of course providing that cover for his brothers and sisters in arms. So those who served alongside him, they totally respect him. Prince Harry was proud to serve his country on operations along his fellow soldiers. He did the job, he was faithful in it, and he did not forget his fellow servicemen and women when he finally moved on. So this is wonderful for him to have this honor, and we are so looking forward to this. We're gonna get to see him. It seems from what I'm reading here that, he is truly looking forward to being amongst fellow aviators, and he will be there according to what I'm seeing. So I'm so excited. I hope Meghan is there with him. And I just wanted to give you this amazing update. Share your thoughts on that in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout a couple of you out by name. A very special thank you to you. James Calvin Daniels, who has been such a blessing to my work here on YouTube. Thank you so very much for your kindness. You are loved and valued. Thank you to you, Anna M. Jackson. Thank you. You've been faithful in your giving towards my work here. I truly appreciate and love you for how kind you've been and thoughtful. I truly love you. Thank you. Thank you as well to Betty Wright. Sweetest Betty, thank you for your love. Huge blessing to me and to my work here. And I appreciate you for your giving, for just how faithful you've been. I pray for God to bless you. I love you. And a very special thank you to those of you who gave during the last live. Thank you to you. You go by the handle Therese1001. Thank you for giving during the last live. I appreciate you for that super chat. Thank you so much for being a special blessing and giving during the last live. Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity. And also thank you for being in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. Thank you to all who like, comment, and share. And if you liked this one, give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button as well. Let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.